All right, hello, wine-drinking people. We're back with more of what I've had to drink yesterday. A busy week here in the store. I think I had like 20 glasses lined up in front of me this morning when I got to work. And hey, this is something new that I've done this year. I keep all the wines until the second day to taste them again, just to see if I was right the first day. And I have to say, you know, I've raised several scores doing that because sometimes it takes the wine a little time to open up to really show it's good stuff. And I'm glad that I do that. It's part of the scientific process that we continually change here at the Wine Watch to bring you, our wine-drinking people, superior wines. Anyways, we had one of the longtime old family wineries from Chile in Santa Emma. This family was originally from the Piedmont region of Italy. They arrived in Chile in 1917, and this is the third generation family that's owned and operated this winery. The Santa Emma Sauvignon Blanc Terroir Select. This is their entry-level selection at $10 a bottle. A nice little wine. You know, this is from the Maipo, more toward the coast, though. They're about 70% estate grown. They do buy some fruit here also, but from people that they've known for a long time. They have long-term contracts. They produce about 20,000 cases of this label, so quite a bit. Some fresh citrus and green melon notes to the nose, a slight briny character, touch of green herbs, rather light, but very fresh and bright on the tongue. A nice little refreshing wine, short but pleasant finish for $10, not bad. And then the Chardonnay Terroir Select, same thing, an oak style, really clean and crisp style, lemon blossom, green apple fruit, very bright and fresh aromas, a light and simple wine on the palate, a little bit Chablis-like, a little salty mineral note on the finish, a good little wine, again for $10.25. All right, the Santa Emma Carmenere Barrel Select from the Cachapoal Valley. This is has 5% Cabernet Sauvignon in a blend, a bit of that herbaceousness that you get from this varietal. You know, Carmenere is one of the lost Bordeaux varietals that does very well in Chile, and if it's in the wrong place, it can just be so green, peppery, and herbaceous that it's just a little off-putting for me. This wine's got a little bit of that, but not too much. Pretty floral notes, some ripe, delicious red and blackberry fruit, some black earth, a little bit of that peppery spice as well. Really simple and fruity wine on the palate. But it has that lovely varietal distinction of Carmenere, and at $12 a bottle, a great little value. All right, the Santa Emma Merlot Reserve moving up the line. This is their third level up. The production here is about 30,000 cases in this line, so they make a lot of this also. The Merlot is 100% varietal. They used to varietally labeled Merlot, which was Carmenere in the past. They didn't know it was Carmenere, but this is actually the real deal. Merlot, a lot of plummy and cherry fruit on the nose with hints of fine herbs and milk chocolates. A nice smooth and velvety texture on the tongue, something you get from Merlot. It doesn't have the harsh tannins of Cabernet a lot of times. And a nice freshness. It's got good acidity, though. Notes of those herbs and cocoa showing up on the end. A very good Merlot at $14.75. Hard to beat the value in Bordeaux varietals that you get out of Chile and Argentina. Santa Emma Cabernet Sauvignon up next. This one also very good. And the soil here contains a lot of stones and clay. They have a really long ripening season here in the Maipo, and really fresh style of Cabernet and elegant style. Some dark currant and cherry fruit on the nose with wild herbs, a little menthol and cigar box spice, along with some fresh plowed earth. Really classic Maipo Cabernet here. Light and savory style of Cab. Well, it's still Cabernet, so heavier than the Merlot, but has that herb and menthol note lasting through the finish. And really good vintage, long growing season. This 2009, even more complex on the second day. Very good juice at $14.75. Taking a step up to the Amplus one, and Amplus is in honor of, Amplus means very important or honorable, and this wine is 75% Carmenere, 20% Syrah, and 5% Carignan. And this is in the Pumo region is in the south of the Cachapoal Valley, so it's a little more specific there. Very seductive bouquet here. Red cherry and blackberry fruit, dark spices, dark plowed earth, along with dark chocolate and minty notes. Nice complexity here on the nose. Some fresh plowed black earth. Big and chewy on the tongue with dark berry fruits and a host of that nuance from the nose, the exotic herbs and flowers and mint and dark cocoa, dark earth showing up on the finish. Excellent juice at $22. And then the Catalina, which is also from Pumo, and this wine is named in honor of the owner's wife. They only make 1,000 cases of this wine. It's a blend of 75% Cabernet, 18% Carmenere, and 7% Cabernet Franc. This is a big boy here, very typical Chilean bouquet. You get those wild herbs and flowers, along with a solid core of dark cherry, plum, and blackberry fruit, exotic spices and minty notes, dark cocoa, really nice complexity. A big and chewy wine on the tongue with elegance and finesse, though. This wine's got great freshness, silky smooth tannins, and really long finish, and even better on the second day. Most excellent juice at $48.75. That's what we had to drink with the folks from Santa Emma. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.